battery.
Have you been in a Tesla before?
It's a battery.
No, have you been in one?
It's a battery with
wait,
wheels.
I'm being for real right now. Have you been in one? Have you been in one? Have you sat in one and driven one?
No, I have not. No, I've not.
Hey, I'm Steven and this is Solving the Money Problem. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. So in this video, I'm playing a few clips from a recent segment of the Dave Ramsey show in which we got to see a perfect example of why Tesla has never spent a cent on advertising, because they don't need to. As I say, the more Teslas Tesla sells, the more Teslas Tesla sells. Talk about a Tesla tongue twister. Anyway, let's get into it. Hey guys, if you'd like to help out the channel and get up to 2 free stocks, check out the links in the description to WeBull and Stake. Let's get back to it.
All right, your question is, can you buy a Tesla? What?
Can I buy a Tesla if I don't have a house? And I'm still saving for a house, and in a few years, probably want to have a house.
Okay. Well, what's your financial situation?
Yeah, so my financial situation is, I guess income is around $240K a year.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 40% of that is in company stock. Mm-hmm. Currently, like my debt is paid off, so I have about 30 of that, or maybe a little over, in a truck that I can sell to put towards that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're going to pay cash for a Tesla.
How much is the Tesla that you're looking at?
But, so it's used, so it'd probably be maybe around 60.
Okay. Well, I don't think it matters whether it's a Tesla or not.
Oh yes it does. The fact that this guy has referred to it as a Tesla, not a car, just shows that people really don't see Teslas as a car but a computer on wheels, a piece of technology. They're not even in the same category. There's Teslas and then there's everything else. But an even more important point is the fact that Dave Ramsey is showing his ignorance, and I don't mean that as an insult, I just mean that in the literal sense. He is ignorant of the fact that electric vehicles generally have far lower maintenance and running costs because of electricity versus gasoline, plus very few moving parts. Otherwise, Dave would have immediately been going, yeah, how many years are you going to own this for? Let me see. You're going to save this many $1,000s a year. Okay, cool. It would pretty much pay for itself. Go for it, dude. Again, this is just a demonstration of how mainstream perceptions right now, people still don't understand electric vehicles. They don't know. If you've never been in a Tesla or an EV or experienced it or done your research, you have no idea. Poor Dave here, no conception that the running costs are so much lower that it makes a material and substantial difference to somebody's financial situation over the long term if they buy an EV versus an internal combustion engine vehicle. Let's watch more.
I make $240,000 a year. I'm single, and I'm completely debt-free, and I have the cash to buy a $60,000 car. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's the question, yeah.
I think so.
I'm single, yes. I do have a girlfriend, but I'm not married.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
We've been dating for a while, so there could be like expenses, I guess, for that too.
Well, I'm just saying, you don't have children, you don't have a bunch of responsibilities, you don't have something else going on. You make a ton of money. You're buying a $60,000 car, and you make $240,000 a year, right?
Yes, that's right.
Rachel?
Yeah, do it, Brandon. I'm a little jealous. Tesla's kind of I'm not a car person. I'm impressed with Teslas. I'm not going to lie. So I'm all for you getting one. Financially, 100%. But I also think it's a really cool car. And I'm not a car person. So I think it's great.
Yeah, most Tesla people aren't car people.
What does that mean? It's the fastest car on the road. Did you know that?
No, but they're not car people. I mean, it's a battery.
Have you been in a Tesla before?
It's a battery.
No, have you been in one?
It's a battery with
wait,
wheels.
I'm being for real right now. Have you been in one? Have you been in one? Have you sat in one and driven one?
No, I have not. No, I've not.
This is very funny and also extremely telling. Rachel, not a car person, crawling across the table. Look at the body language. Have you driven one? Have you driven one? Have you driven one? Have you driven one? This is what happens when you get inside a Tesla. Let me know in the comments. Have you ever been in a Tesla, or are you a Tesla virgin? Let me know. This is what happens when you experience a Tesla. Something changes. People just cannot stop ranting and raving because they're so good, so different, so superior to anything else out on the market. Look, I'm not just a crazy Tesla fanboy talking, right? Like, this happened on a talk show about personal finance. This is a microcosm of what everyone who owns a Tesla or has been in one does when they talk to their friends, family, co-workers, everyone.
They would have to, for me, they would have to put an app in there that had muffler noise. I have to hear something running to know I'm in a car.
You're such a redneck. Okay,
definitely. I own that completely.
You get in one, and it's just, there's nothing.
Well, you ain't got no loud mufflers.
One big screen. It's pretty impressive. I'm not going to lie.
Full credit there to Dave for owning his inner redneck. But again, look at how intent Rachel was on explaining what an awesome, amazing vehicle a Tesla is. She just cannot shut up. And this is, again, my point. Tesla owners and people that experience a Tesla, this happens everywhere. Just imagine, one Tesla gets sold, one person owns it, they show 5 people, colleagues, friends, whatever. One of them buys it, maybe 2 of them buy it, they show it, just goes on and on and on and on. Again, this is why Tesla doesn't need to spend a cent on advertising.
So I think
most of the guys that I know that love them are they're tech guys. So, and he's Seattle, so I don't doubt it. Get you a
Oh,
Tesla,
yeah.
Brandon.
I see them all the time.
Rachel highly recommends them. Rachel's endorsing Tesla now.
They really are really cool.
Serious question, guys. When was the last time you saw somebody's face with so much joy on it describing a product? Real question. Let me know in the comments. Have you ever seen anybody act like that besides somebody who's been in or experienced a Tesla?
And again,
Lord.
you cannot hate if you've not sat and drove in one. They have.
Listen,
we
if
we
you
won't
want
get
one,
into
baby,
it.
you just
We'll
get
get
you
back
one.
to calls. We'll get back to calls. But there was a
just get you
thing.
one.
Oh man, I forgot it now. They call it some kind of mode. Oh shoot.
This is so funny and really telling. There's conversations like this going on all over the world 24 hours a day. I mean, even Rachel right now acknowledging that there's a guy who's written in a question, she should get back to it, but let me tell you more about how awesome Tesla is first.
Rocket mode or
No,
something.
yeah, it's called
Demo
oh my gosh,
mode.
It's something, and you turn it on, and you put your foot on the gas.
You did it?
And you.
Oh, you did the
literally feel
display.
like,
You did the demo drive
no,
where they
what's
sell
it
you.
called? No,
and
no,
it
I
worked.
didn't. I didn't. I
They
was with a friend.
completely sold you.
Now, I don't want to rip on Dave here too much, but he's again showing his complete and utter ignorance, implying that Rachel's been sold on Tesla by going on a test drive, which she denies. She hasn't. She's just been in a Tesla, unlike Dave, and knows how great they are and is trying to explain. Again, we see this a lot. A lot of people oppose Teslas, have never been in them. Half the f***wits on CNBS have never been in a Tesla and they trash them all the time. Or the competition is coming and they've literally never set foot in one.
Shoot, it's called a phrase. I forgot. Anyways,
It does have, I've heard of this. I've heard of it. It's part of their demo.
It's
Yeah.
insane.
It's part of
you
their demo.
literally have like vertigo. You literally feel like you
snaps
are
your neck
on
off.
a
Yeah, I
roller
was with a
coaster.
guy last night that did the new Porsche, the new battery Porsche.
It's not a Tesla though.
And no, 0 to 60 in 2.9. He said
I
about
think a
snapped his head
Tesla's
off.
is like.
It's a
2.3.
battery car too. It's the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the new Porsche battery car. But yeah.
Well, anyways, I can't talk
Now,
anymore.
Summed up brilliantly by Rachel there in just 5 words. It's not a Tesla though. And again, this is the whole point. There's Teslas and there's everything else. Dave here is trying to suggest, oh, you know, the Porsche Taycan, that's awesome. That's a battery electric vehicle. But again, it's not comparable.
Answer me this. Here's what I don't understand. Okay, I got 1,000 folks here, and we have like 6 or 8 of those plug-in things outside.
Yes.
And those plug-in
For
things
hybrids.
to plug into the electric cars are on my electric bill.
Oh, that's smart of them. I should bring my Tesla if I buy one here.
Did you guys catch the slip of the tongue there? I should bring my Tesla here if I buy one. Clearly, Rachel is thinking about buying a Tesla.
So why
Hook it
is
up
it
here.
that I don't have a gas tank out there to give free gas to the rest of the people?
I would assume it's way less expensive. All the
No,
everyone's-
no, it's not. It's way less expensive for them. It's more
No.
expensive for me.
You would save money on gas.
I'm providing free fuel to some team members, but not to
It's
others.
electricity.
I don't
It's
think
way
that's
more-
fair.
Hey, we're all on board with that, FYI.
It is what
The gas.
Everybody in the booth wants a new gas tank installed. So we'll work on the EPA on that. That's going to work.
No,
Yeah.
I think it's much more inexpensive to charge up the car
I-
than to fill
it
it up
is
with
for
gas.
them. I'm paying
No,
for it.
either way, if you no.
Poor Rachel can't get a word in here. She's really doing her best to sell EVs, not just Teslas, but EVs in general. The fact that the electricity used to charge them per mile is far, far cheaper than gasoline, but Dave's just hung up on the whole idea of being a landlord and having to provide charging for people driving EVs.
I just think it's interesting how that how that worked culturally. No one ever thought that there was anything wrong with me paying for that.
It can't cost
Until
that
I
much
pulled
though.
up, I know, but I'm not griping about it. It's just interesting to me that I'm supposed to do that culturally as the owner of the building. I'm supposed to provide electric for the electric cars, but the poor gas people, I don't get it. It's just very interesting. So
I don't want to pick on Dave too much here, but surely he's now just talking for the sake of talking. He must know as an owner of commercial real estate that providing utilities, electricity and water is par for the course. However, I'm a little bit more skeptical on whether or not he understands that burning fossil fuels, exhaust, toxic fumes, kills lots of people per year and we're also affecting the environment. Maybe he doesn't know that whole thing, but we are in fact trying to transition the world away from fossil fuels. Hence, providing some charging in commercial building is a good way to do that.
yeah, get you a Tesla, dude. Rachel highly recommends it. And put it in whatever that mode is that she's talking about too.
Shoot,
Sure.
I know all the Tesla. I'm sure they'll be tweeting.
Oh, I'll get
But
worn out for days over this, but it's
something.
all right. Just give you one more thing to be pissed off at Dave
Nuclear
about.
mode. I'm gonna have to Google
Give me
it.
something else. Listen, I want something with a muffler and a big engine. I can't even stand the fact that Raptor has a little tiny 6-cylinder in it. It's a tiny little 6. I had to put a
I don't
turbo
really.
booster on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See.
Until you sit in one and drive one,
Well,
then we can have the discussion.
I have to admit that is a valid argument. I have not sat in one and I have not driven one.
I think Rachel's look sums it up perfectly there. It's pretty obvious Dave's never been in a Tesla, and I think it's probably worthwhile not having too much to say about a product you've never actually experienced in person.
And I have good friends who are totally geeked out about them. It's fine. I did love that Malloy, when he spoke, the guy that's president of Ford, called him a battery with wheels. Yeah.
Ludicrous mode. Thank you, Kelly.
I hope you guys have found this video insightful. I wanted to use it as an example to illustrate the types of conversations that are going on all over the world right now. As I said, the more Teslas Tesla sells, the more Teslas Tesla sells. Every time somebody touches and experiences and feels their product, they just cannot help but rant and rave about it to everyone who'll listen and those who can't get away. This is exactly why Tesla doesn't need to and doesn't waste any money on advertising. Meanwhile, their so-called competition, GM, Ford, etc., spend literally hundreds of millions, if not more than $1 billion a year, trying to convince people that their products are great because they're not really worth talking about. Something to think about. I'm Stephen Mark Ryan, this is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. And don't forget your free stocks with WeBull and Stake. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you have any ideas for future videos, let me know. I read all your comments. P.S. If you're still watching, you're awesome. If you'd like early access, exclusive videos, regular Q&As, our private Discord server and more, consider supporting the channel at patreon.com/solvingthemoneyproblem so I can keep creating content for you guys. There's a link in the description. You can now also become a member of the channel for some exclusive perks. To learn more, click the join button next to subscribe. And don't forget to check out our merch store. Either way, the best form of support is you being here and watching, so thanks again.